Here's to me one of the coolest parts of doing this research is on 10/28 you're back in the States again, and it's a really cool nostalgic show that you get to be part of, and it's right here at the end of your career. Your career is about to end the next month, and incredibly, you get this really cool bookend. Terry Funk is running a show in Amarillo called the High Country Chevy Free for All, and you get to be part of it on that. And some of the other participants on that card are Dory Funk with teaming up with Dick Murdoch. Terry Funk is taking on Eddie Gilbert in a Texas death match. Boss Man is facing your teammate there from Japan, Stan Hansen, and you are facing your old tag team partner Tito Santana, and you get a win by countout. Then 2 days later, you're going to defeat Terry Funk himself by count out in Bensalem, Pennsylvania at the NWA Bash. So I mean, here you are right at the end of your career, and you get to revisit some of the people who shaped your career along the
Yeah.
way in some of your final matches.
You know, Marcus, as you're saying this, I'm remembering it.
You are?
Yeah. You're bringing back memories that I was like, wow. I until you said it, I forgot. But
But
yeah, you're doing all this work, buddy, and man, you're bringing back my home now. Yeah, now I remember. But I knew for sure that between 93 and 94, somewhere in there is when I retired.
yes, and it's coming up really soon. But man, it's just that really
And
jumped off the page to me.
and largely, I think, due to the neck injury,
Yes,
if I'm
and
not mistaken. Yeah,
that part is coming up here quickly. But man, it's
Mhm.
just how cool is it that you've only got a couple matches left in your entire career, and one of your final ones is against Terry Funk, who you've named as being really instrumental in your career.
Yeah, and I do remember that. And what a way to go out, because here's a guy, not only him, but his brother as well. But Terry more than anybody, I guess, was mentored me. I mean, like when anytime I had a question about anything that was wrestling related, I always went to Terry. Because, yeah, I mean, Dory and his brother, Dory Jr., is, I mean, every bit as good as he is. The difference was Dory Jr. always, you talk about a technician in the ring. Oh my gosh, go watch some of the matches that Dory Funk Jr. had with Jack Briscoe. Oh
Mm.
my gosh. I mean, I was totally, I knew I wasn't a mark at all. I mean, I grew up in the wrestling business and I knew what it was, but they had matches where I was jumping out of my chair with excitement. uh, uh, but Terry could do that, but Terry could do it all. Terry could be a scientific on the mat wrestler, or he could be the wildest orangutan in the building, and he did it all very, very, very well.
As he got older, so he was in his 50s, 60s, and he's doing moonsaults off of ladders and going through tables and barbed wire. When you're seeing this out of your one of the guys who was so influential in your career, are you like, what is he doing, or what did you think?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was like, I'm just kind of like, Terry, really? I mean, it's like, you know, I mean, I never had an opportunity to tell him, hey, slow down, man. It's like, uh, and again, like I said, I'm I am 6 months away from the big 70. I will be 70 years old, and that means that Terry is now like what 80, 87, 88, maybe.
He's around there, yeah.
Yeah, and so just yeah, I mean that was just it. Terry, he could do it all, and it didn't matter how old he was, he could still do it all.
I mean, it was like 95. He was in Japan with Cactus Jack, and they were doing like these explosive death matches, where you'd hit the
Yeah,
board of barbed wire and the thing explodes and he's getting third-degree burns. It's like, oh my God, what is he doing?
yeah, I know.
Hey, good for him
And
though.
again, there's the difference. There's there's the difference between Terry and his brother. But again, the other thing is Dory Jr. is still alive and going. I don't know. I don't think he's but a couple of years older than Terry. But I'm trying to think. I saw him at like like a Hall of Fame event that was held up in Albany. It was maybe a year or so ago,
Hmm.
and I sat and had dinner with him and his wife, and and he's as sharp as a tack.
Man, what a legendary family of guys. I'm sure we'll
Yeah.
discuss the Funks at length here on the podcast.